Democratic enthusiasm over abortion rights is just one of the reasons the promised red tsunami of Republicans' midterm victories might look more like a calm blue sea. This from the Wall Street Journal. Hopeful signs for Democrats in the 2022 midterms, writes William Galston of the Journal. Inflation, abortion, and bad Republican choices may limit the expected losses. Scott Traynor is here, advisor for our partners at Decision Desk HQ, founder of Optimist Consulting, among other things. Boy, Scott, it seems as though the Republicans I'm talking to were super confident a couple of months ago with gas at $5 a gallon are now like they're slightly less confident. How about that?
Yeah, and they should be. The Decision Desk HQ model has it about a 63% chance the Dems hold the Senate, while the Republicans are about an 80% chance of retaking the House. Given where the generic ballot is and President Biden's approval ratings are, this would be a historic outcome where these two houses split like that in a midterm like this. Yeah, the Republicans should be nervous.
Shift towards Democratic Party since May. Women plus 7 points, white women plus 8, non-white women plus 10 points, suburban women plus 9, men plus 4, dads plus 28. Gas prices have certainly changed. The market has sort of come up from its lows in June. But still, there's a lot of people, I know your polling shows this as well, who are uncomfortable at the economy. Is this all social issues?
It's certainly social issues. The economy is not necessarily out of anyone's, what they're looking at going forward. Gas prices are down, but hotel prices, flight prices are expensive. People are starting to pay to go back to school. We're seeing credit card debt rising. We see the nervousness when we poll people on, the outlook. Whether or not they're going to keep their job or whether or not they're going to have enough money for this Christmas. So I think it's a mix of those issues. I know we saw the Kansas abortion referendum, and that was a historic turnout on the Democratic side in a generally Republican state like Kansas. That is one marker. There's a couple more opportunities to see if we can see some more data points to point to that trend. But I'm not ready to say the economy is not going to be a factor this fall.
Yeah, I think, though, about Florida. Off-cycle election, went for Trump twice. And now you've got Marco Rubio losing by 4 points to Val Demings. You, as a former Marco Rubio man, I think would probably be even more surprised than most.
Yeah, and obviously I'm biased. I used to work for the senator. But what I will say this is the University of North Florida poll, they're very good pollsters. They have it +4. But when you look at the polling average over the last month, and the DDHQ polling average has Marco Rubio up +4. So that is one data point. I think the race is pretty close, so we're going to have to see some more data points, but that is not a good data point to start off the week for him.
How do we explain this in a place like Florida with Marco Rubio, who's not a MAGA Republican, he's not a Herschel Walker, he's not a Dr. Oz, he's not a J.D. Vance, he's not a Blake Masters? How do you explain that in Florida?
Here's how I would explain it. It is one data point. We need to look at polls and multiple data points. If we look at the last 5 polls in Florida, Marco Rubio's up 3.5. If we see another couple polls come out where he's down, then I would say it's certainly trending down. And it's Florida. It's an election season. We're going to see dozens more polls over the next month in Florida. So that's me saying let's wait and see a couple more before we make a conclusion.
Once a campaign man, always a campaign man. It's good to see you, my friend. You're a loyal friend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.